Viewers, 2 p.m. and the big Bihar results are as big as they can get. It's a tsunami sweep by NDA and a landslide loss for the Mahagatbandhan. People chose the Modi-led NDA, but the Vipaksh is taking solace in its vote Chori raga, going to the extent of calling it its EC's victory. Before we dive deep into what went wrong, let's get you the big picture as far as India's longest-serving Chief Minister Nitish Kumar is set to take oath for a record 10th time. The BJP is set to emerge as the single largest party together. Their numbers are, of course, within the 200 mark in the 243-seat assembly. The loss for the Mahagatbandhan is beyond embarrassing because the Rahul-led Congress party has been reduced to single digits. The RJD, which was the single largest party last time, is down to 30 plus at the moment. The big question is, what really led to this? What are the X factors, Shreya, that led to such a dismal performance for the opposition?
Well, one of the X factors, at least before the voting, was debutant Prashant Kishore, or at least that is what was being said. Today, at 2 o'clock, the Jan Suraaj is nowhere in the picture. It has been nothing short of a dream run, though, for charismatic Chirag Paswan. From just one seat in the last elections, ladies and gentlemen, his party right now is hovering at about 20 plus seats. But ladies and gentlemen, for the opposition, this is nothing but election Chori. In a rather sour mood post the results, they have congratulated not Nitish Kumar or Narendra Modi, but the Election Commission and their tool, the SIR. Listen into some of the reactions that have come in.
More or less 10% voters delete हो चुके थे. उसमें मैक्सिमम अपोजिशन पार्टीज का वोटर्स थे. इलेक्शन कमीशन बिक चुकी है.
एक तो जो महिलाओं को 10,000 रुपए दिए गए, वो चुनाव कैंपेन चला तब भी बांटे जा रहे थे. इलेक्शन कमीशन मूक दर्शक बना रहा.
तो 89 लाख ऑब्जेक्शन दिए गए थे. चुनाव आयोग ने कहा कि कोई हमें कंप्लेंट दे ही नहीं रहा. लोकतंत्र की हत्या है.
The contest is directly between the Election Commission of India and the people of Bihar.
And it's not the Congress alone. Even other political parties in the Vipaksh are echoing the same sentiment. In fact, some have even vowed to ensure this SIR-led Chori is not repeated in the upcoming elections in Bengal and Tamil Nadu.
मैं आज से कोई नहीं, मेरे दो बयान है, कहिए तो मैं आपको दिखा दूं. 3 महीने पहले और 10 अक्टूबर को फिर दोबारा मैंने इस बात को कहा था कि ये चुनाव हाईजैक हो चुका है. अब इस चुनाव का कोई मतलब नहीं है और बिहार में जीत का प्रमाण पत्र एनडीए को पहले ही ज्ञानेश कुमार जी ने मोदी जी को दे दिया है.
All right, so what are we looking at in terms of the actual breakdown? Now, this is what the seats are looking like. This is the official Election Commission website. This is, of course, data that comes in a bit late, but just look at the numbers here. AIMIM at 5. You have LJPRV at 22. You have RJD at 28, JDU 78, BJP at 91. The Indian National Congress right now behind the MIM as well as HAM. Both of these parties at 5. Indian National Congress not even able to make this.
And
what
6
explains
seats
this?
They contested 5. And INC is 4. I think RLM is also 4.
RLM is also 4.
So, and they contested 6 seats.
And they're at the same level as the Congress party, which contested what? 66?
61 seats.
61 seats. 61. So that's really tells you a big story as to the conversion and what really has transpired. But let's look at the vote. This is, of course, the numbers. You're right. In fact, the RLM is at 3 at this point of time.
Yeah. It was 4 before, maybe dropped 1.
CPML at 4. The Congress party here, by this data, is 4. It's a little ahead. They are behind HAM, which is at 5. And this is a big question. The big factor, though, is Chirag Paswan there at 22. But what really explains this? Let's try and take this across to, in fact, the vote share data. And if you can quickly look at the vote share data, which is going to come up on the screen in just a minute, this number tells you a very important story. 41.42. This was around 46 earlier. This has gone to 47.48. This is
41.42. Adding Chirag Paswan, who was outside the NDA. Okay. Adding him brought it 41.42.
Okay.
So now 47 this is the perfect social combination. So when you look at it from two perspectives, yes, welfare schemes, everything we talk about, that is fine. But when you bring in all the right players, scheduled caste, 2 big leaders, Manji and Paswan, there was always, see, the whole election was about Congress party 61 seats, VIP 12 seats. That was the weak link as far as the Mahagatbandhan is concerned. And in NDA, the weak link was 41 seats. 29 to Chirag Paswan, 6 to HAMS and 6 to LJP. Now all of us who said this is a weak link, we have egg on our face. Chirag Paswan has delivered. Has not only delivered, he will emerge as a very serious player going into the future.
But I want to draw your attention to another important factor. This is about 6% of difference. If you look at 41.42 and 47.48, what explains this 6%? Because if you look at the MGB, their vote share has only gone down by little over a percentage point, maybe 1.2% over here. Look at this. This is the big figure. This is the Jan Suraaj party at 3.3, and the opposition, of course, the others in the opposition, which has gone from 14.3 to 11.58. How has this dynamic worked?
See, others have always got around 18% votes. That's the traditional Bihar. Even 2010 also, if you see.
Right.
So what has happened now, that has come because this 6% would have been here.
Right.
Chirag Paswan's here.
Right.
So what has happened is now it has shrunk to 14%. And of that 14%, we need to see how much MIM has got. Because MIM has also got a little bit vote percentage, but depth voting, in a dense voting, in a few constituencies, where even a 2% vote is converting into a 5-seat scenario. So MIM is a big winner here.
Yeah, let me bring in our panelists. Yeah.
Okay. GVC, I just want to, first of all, publicly congratulate you here, because when you put out your exit polls, I'd come to you and said, are you sure? And you said, I'm not just sure, I know the victory margin will be much larger. So you were absolutely right there. So many congratulations.
The reason is very simple. I said, my only thing was, should I, in my exit poll, call 158? Because that is the crucial number. I said, when I'm presenting in national media, I need to be conservative. Okay, so that's what I said.
GVC rukega kahan pe? It's already hovering around 200.
Yes, that's what I said. I told you, if it crosses 157, nobody can put a limit to the upper limit.
So the
same word. Yeah, upper limit is 205 to me.
Can it still go higher? Or
205. It has legs to go up to 205.
It can go up to 205. That's a big figure.
This is a legit cause for depression in the opposition camp. I can almost imagine all of them going into depression. Madhav, before we go to our guests, we'll just introduce them. Hi everyone, and thank you for being here. Could we just look at Seemanchal for a bit, because logically speaking,
it's not just Seemanchal. There are multiple.
The Mahagatbandhan should have absolutely swept it.
Not just Seemanchal. I'll just tell you, there are 2-3 stories that we've been discussing and been looking at. Just look at the
numbers. Yeah.
Just look at this change as far as Seemanchal is concerned. It was 38.63. 43.93 now. Look at the dip as far as Mahagatbandhan is concerned. 6% dip in this particular area. A complete change as far as the vote share is concerned. Let's look at the seat share over here. Seats, excuse me, also quite different, because here you've seen NDA was earlier at 12. It's gone up to 16, from 7 to 3 as far as MGB is concerned. This is Seemanchal. Look at the areas.
Seemanchal, can you give me a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Seemanchal has got, what is the Muslim vote percentage? Muslim percentage of voters: 21%, 31%, 33%, 56%, 65%, 32%, 66%, 58%, 60%, 72.4%, 70%, 64.3%, 40.2%. This is Seemanchal for you.
Yeah.
In this place, what's the performance?
Mr. OAC seems to have done his job well.
Perhaps Mr. OAC has done his job well, but look at the reversal of fortunes that's happened in places such as Bhojpur. It was 1139 earlier in 2020. In this election, it's completely flipped. It's gone 4110. What explains a region completely flipping like this? Because it's not just a story of Bhojpur. It's a similar story we've seen in Magadha as well, where in fact from 22 to 30, it has gone from 39 to 13. So it's region after region. We were discussing the Pawan Singh factor. Explain that to our viewers and our panelists.
See, I think there are 2-3 factors which have played here. At Bhojpur and Magadh, both in 2020 and in 2024, NDA did not perform for different reasons altogether. In 2024, Pawan Singh, who's the Bhojpuri actor singer, entered into the fray as an independent and ensured that 7 Lok Sabha seats, Karakat, Sasaram, Buxar, everything was lost. Now, they brought together Upendra Kushwaha and Pawan Singh. Both of them campaigned heavily, and both of them were absolute foot soldiers of Amit Shah, and ensured that this big victory. And Bhojpur and Magadh, also there was a guilt vote. In 24, they did not vote completely with Modi.
Okay.
And they saw Modi coming down from 39 to 30 from Bihar. It was more of a guilt vote, and also, as our friend said, revenge vote. Why did I vote for Congress?
Why did I vote for Congress? Similar sort of a situation seen in Tirhut. Last region that we'll be analyzing, and we'll quickly go across to our panelists. 31 to 46. 18 over there for the MGB, completely routed in this huge area.
Madhav, there was a huge
votes,
pressure.
49 votes.
There was a huge pressure even on me from the ground saying that Tirhut, there is tremendous anti-incumbency against sitting MLA because many of them are three-time MLAs from the BJP. So they will suffer. But even local anti-incumbency, they've curbed. So I gave conservative 36. Now look at it, 31 to 46. This is amazing.
No, but the opposition
It's a
is saying this is
comprehensive
vote chori and election chori.
No, let's bring that.
Let's get the guests
one
in.
by one. Ashwini, why didn't you come in on this? See, because this is region after region. Surely, if this is happening in region after region, you know, for political, say for face saving, you may say vote chori, but it's obviously something that you know would not be able to sell beyond a point when region after region, last election and subsequent elections. If you look at the kind of numbers that we're seeing, there's more to it than this vote chori or such allegations. There's also election management.
Vote chori is not a political issue. It is an issue for the entire nation. And if you were showing the numbers, they gained around 6% or total percentage in votes. You look at the 8% vote deletion. If you delete almost like 8 to 10% of votes, you are actually cutting down the potential votes of the opposition. So vote chori and SIR is a narrative. Vote chori and
Sir,
SIR
there
is
has
a
been
narrative.
a record voter turnout at 68%, and you are saying there has been vote chori.
Shriram was telling he is expecting around 205. If Gyanesh Kumar want, you can go. It can go up to 250 also. That is the kind of fair play we are having.
Nikhil,
right now.
what is the problem in gracefully accepting defeat? Because this is not just a defeat. This is an absolute annihilation.
Absolutely, Shreya. And the problem with accepting that is that every local reporter in Bihar, every local political worker, regardless of the party, BJP, Congress, JDU, RJD, every pollster, some said it's a close contest. Some said it's a clear victory for the
बाकी
NDA.
11 exit polls आपने नहीं देखे?
नहीं देखे हैं. मैं नाविका के शो का ही स्क्रीनशॉट है, मैं उसी का बता देता हूँ. JVC's own poll on Navika's show was 135 to 150. We are looking at 205 now. Access My India, along with JVC, one of the most credible polls.
How is that material? How is that material to this? The point is you've underperformed, and that is the big question. Let's bring in the BJP on this.
Madhav, you made a point about face saving. Let's say Rahul Gandhi is saying that, or the Congress is saying that to face save. Let's say Tejaswi Yadav is doing that to face save. What stake does Akhilesh Yadav have?
Akhilesh Yadav is a national leader. He can comment. What stake does MK Stalin have?
So are you saying that the entire opposition of the country is lying?
All the posters are idiots. Nikhil Jain. That's whataboutery. That's whataboutery. But let the BJP come in. Let the BJP come in. We have Shehzad Poonawala with us. Let me bring in the BJP. Shehzad Poonawala. I want Shehzad to answer this question. Nikhil, calm down. Nikhil, calm down. Listen to the others as well. Shehzad Poonawala, respond to them. He's saying that this is nothing but vote chori, that this is management that has happened at the level of the Election Commission is the charge of opposition leaders. Your response?
ताउम्र कांग्रेस यही गलती करती रही, धूल चेहरे पर थी, कांग्रेस आईना साफ करती रही. बेटा में गलती है, डेटा को गाली देते. माधव जी, today is Jawaharlal Nehruji's birthday, and on the birthday of Jawaharlal Nehru, Rahul has handed 95th defeat as a gift to Nehruji. And then the child from Bihar, the Nepo child from Bihar, has also lost. Look, let me just put it out in 20-30 seconds. What is the reason why we have won? I'll sum it up in 5 M's. M for Modi factor, which has now become equivalent to pro-incumbency. M for mission mode of running the government of Bihar with Sushasan, with Nitish ji at the helm and Modi ji at center. Then M for machinery and management of Amit Shah ji. So many rallies he has done. He has managed the booths, he has managed the rebels, everything he has done in a perfect manner. M for Mahila Sashakti-karan. And finally, the M for we have fought as a Mahaparivar, and there was a Mahagatbandhan. Even today they can't tell us how many seats they fought against each other. Now they are saying election commission. The election commission has given them the victory in Rajasthan in Anta seat where we have a government. Are they going to blame EVM and election commission there? They have won Jubilee by poll. Is that going to be counted as a election? election chori?
That he
or
is
is it a
managing
proper
elections
election?
because he has not talked about the issues. Mahila Sashaktikiran is not about giving those 10,000
if
rupees.
someone goes
Mahila
on the ground and
Sashaktikiran.
runs, that is management.
One second. We were discussing earlier how various communities have voted. The Chori votes, for instance. JVC just explained to them what poll management means, how certain communities and how they have voted in the last election and this election has changed it. There is something called poll and election management, vote transfer happening between various communities and alliance partners. Has that happened in the opposition? No.
Just for 5 seconds.
That's not happened.
Let Nikhil speak.
To add to what he's saying, Rekha Gupta 2 weeks ago said, अगर हम अब वोट चोरी कर रहे हैं तो क्या दिक्कत है? अगर अब हम वोट चोरी कर रहे हैं तो क्या दिक्कत है? This is Rekha Gupta, the Chief Minister of Delhi. If you want, I can play the bite.
That's proof of vote chori.
I'm not saying.
That's
I'm
proof
just
of vote
saying
chori.
that time and again.
Come on, let's not make such a
BJP leaders.
These are rhetorical arguments. These are rhetorical arguments, please.
Okay, gentlemen, can we just get two voices from Bihar in?
They were not campaigning on any real issues or any development they have done. Their entire election campaigns on the narrative of either on the communal lines.
Who was campaigning on issues? The person who was campaigning on so-called issues was Prashant Kishore. Zero Inda he has got.
Bihar.
Zero Inda.
No, you don't think poverty is an issue in Bihar?
Of course it is an issue in Bihar.
Employment is not an issue in Bihar.
Do you think law and order is not an issue in Bihar? No. So do you think law and order, Jungle Raj is not an issue? Ashwini, Jungle Raj is not an issue in Bihar?
No.
Law and order is not an issue in Bihar?
If you look at the crime rate, number of rapes in Bihar.
Let the JDU answer that.
There are more kidnapping cases in Bihar. That is the whole narrative we are building.
Okay, Himanshu Kumar, please come in here. Himanshu Kumar, spokesperson of the JDU. हिमांशु जी बोलिए नमस्कार।
और सभी को नमस्कार। एक्चुअली में जो अभी पिछले 20 सालों से नीतीश जी के नेतृत्व में जो एनडीए सरकार ने जो काम किया, सभी सेक्टर में काम किया है, महिला सशक्तिकरण हो, पिछड़ा अति पिछड़ा, दलित महादलित सभी का उत्थान किया है। इसके अलावा आप देखिएगा तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सभी जगह सड़कें पहुंचा दी, ये नल जल की व्यवस्था कर दी, बिजली 100% इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन इन बिहार। तो आप सभी सेक्टर में देखिएगा उन्होंने जो काम किया है, इसको लेकर जनता ने जनादेश दिया है, इतना प्रचंड जनादेश। इसके अलावा आप देखिए ग्राउंड पे तो महागठबंधन के द्वारा जो उनका प्रोजेक्शन रहा है जंगल राज का, तो उसका भी उनके ने जो सोशल मीडिया पे इस तरह की बयानबाजी की है अलग अलग कम्युनिटी को लेके, इसको भी लेके सारे कम्युनिटी में रोष की भावना थी। तो इसको लेकर नीतीश जी को सभी कास्ट और कम्युनिटी से ऊपर उठकर इस बार उनके नाम पे वोट पड़ा है। और एनडीए सरकार के जो सुशासन उन्होंने दिया है पिछले 20 सालों में, उसको लेके ये सब वोट पड़े हैं, बम्पर वोट आए हैं। इसके लिए बिहार की जनता को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
ठीक है सर, वादे तो बहुत आप लोगों की साइड से भी हुए थे ना। अगर 10,000 इलेक्शन आप लोग बोल रहे हैं उसको, तो 30,000 तो प्रॉमिस तेजस्वी ने भी किया था। उसने तो हर गवर्नमेंट जॉब हर घर में प्रॉमिस किया था। पॉइंट इज कि उसकी बात का विश्वास नहीं किया गया, जो नीतीश ने किया, जो लोगों ने देखा उसका विश्वास हुआ। इट्स एज सिंपल एज दैट।
यू आर टेलिंग राइट बिफोर इलेक्शन किसी को भी आप 10,000 रुपए दे दो, इट इज नॉट अगेंस्ट
राइट बिफोर इलेक्शंस यू मेक अ फॉल्स प्रॉमिस दैट यू डोंट नो कैन बी फुलफिल्ड। द जनता नोज यू आर मेकिंग अ फॉल्स प्रॉमिस।
We have not given money to anyone just before the election. We execute the scheme in a transparent manner. It is clearly it is a clear bribe to
scheme in Himachal Pradesh.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Sir, no.
Yes.
Are you giving money to the women of Telangana? Is Revant Reddy giving it?
Yes.
BJP giving money in Maharashtra. Are installments not being held back? Are they not being held back? Are they not being held back? Are new conditions not being put on?
See, basically what happens is you promise and you don't deliver.
Okay.
And most importantly, you don't even want to introspect on the defeat.
Okay. Let's bring in the RJD. Let's bring in the RJD. Gentlemen, calm down. There is the RJD spokespersons outside the studio. I need to go to Dr. Jayan Jigyasu. Dr. Jayan Jigyasu, what is the learning from this? Because, 200 is very clearly, we are at 230 almost, it's 223. These are trends that generally tend to solidify. The possibility of any major change now, because the majority of the votes would have been counted, is highly unlikely. What's the big lesson that has been learned from this election, Mr. Jayan Jigyasu? कहीं ना कहीं alliance partnership में, election management में दिक्कतें रही हैं.
Sir, you'll have, I think there's a problem with his audio.
Please unmute yourself and speak, Mr. Jigyasu.
Yes. We are waiting for the final round to be over.
Still waiting.
This trend is simply monstrous. and very unimaginable, unbelievable, and seems to be well managed. And this doesn't express the very sentiment of the people who were totally against anarchy, loot, complete absence of law and order and the government. So we will wait for the counting to be over, and there are so many seats where 10 to 15 round is still to be done.
Okay,
So
Himanshuji, the victory of margin, maybe
moment.
we can talk about later, but what is very clear at 2:30 is that you have lost. This is a landslide loss for you. Can I ask you, like the Congress, are you the RJD also blaming vote chori for this? Are you also congratulating the Election Commission and the SIR for this?
No, it's simply this is rigging. And this is not the election which was conducted properly, because the very unholy alliance took place between the ruling dispensation and the Election Commission of India. And the world has seen it.
Go ahead.
Violation of the model code of conduct.
Shehzad, go ahead.
Union Minister.
See, Shreya,
Minister Rajiv Ranjan
Shreya,
Singh.
just 20 seconds. Yes. Shreya, it started off with delusion. Then they went to denial, and now they are in dhamki and dadagiri mode, which we've seen yesterday. The RJD MLC also said कि हम नेपाल बिहार बना देंगे, हम बांग्लादेश बना देंगे. These are people who say they are Samvidhan Rakshak, but when the election result is in their favor in Anta, that is fine. And election result is not in their favor in Bihar, then it is a managed election. Now, 2 points very quickly I want to make. If you see the results, and I'm sure Amitabh Tiwari ji is also on the panel, it is not just a vote in favor of Modi after Operation Sindoor. It is not a vote just in favor of Sushasana and integrity of Kamdar Modi and Nitish ji, but it is a vote of revulsion against RJD. They are saying that we don't want this parivar anymore in Bihar politics. Point number one. Point number two, Amitabh Tiwari has said this many times. The BJP is a wider social coalition in Bihar. We have the EBC, the SC, the ST, OBCs. Even the Yadavs have voted for us. Even the Muslim Mahila has voted for us. We are a larger social base because we are Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. We are not ek jati, ek dharm ka saath or keval parivar ka vikas.
Okay, and in fact, there is a point, and I want to get Amitabh Tiwari on this because, if you can quickly show on this camera what we have. This is the Yadav cluster. The Yadav cluster, 45 for the NDA, 17 for the Mahagatbandhan. I want to bring in another quick cluster. Chori, you look at this cluster, 30 for the NDA, 8 for the Mahagatbandhan. And very clearly, Amitabh Tiwari, if you look at it, and lastly, let me quickly bring in the SC dominant ones as well, because this is a cluster where the NDA has managed to make huge inroads. It's just changed before. It's now 46. Amitabh Tiwari, what does this show you? Just pinning it on the election commission, saying SIR galat hua, vote chori hui, there was an unholy alliance between the BJP and the election commission. That is all fine for the sake of politics, for face saving. But this shows that there is something fundamentally that has gone wrong with the MGB. Do you put it down to poor alliance and, equations between the alliance partners, bad election management? What has gone so horribly wrong for the Mahagatbandhan? Amitabh.
So it's a mixture of all the reasons, as you are mentioning. It is poor poll management, lack of chemistry between the alliance partners, primarily the RJD and the Congress, 1.5 to 2 months wasted on an SIR or a vote chori campaign, whereas the topmost issue across surveys used to be unemployment. And what has also happened is that it seems that the caste and religion barriers also have been broken this time in Bihar. So the youth, which is around 25% of voting population, it seems that they have voted on delivery and performance rather than on caste and religious lines. And of course, the women, as we have discussed in the past, that it is very, very difficult for any survey to capture the silent voter movement, especially amongst the Muslim and Yadav females, from the Mahagatbandhan to the NDA.
So, in fact, Ashutosh, come in on this, because, we are not talking about somebody who's a spokesperson of the BJP. He's saying there's some very serious issues for introspection. You can blame it on vote chori for face saving, as I said earlier, but the alliance partners, the kind of management and inability to capitalize. You could have very easily capitalized on an issue like unemployment, which would be a popular issue with the youth. But you didn't do that. Or at least the opposition parties didn't do that.
Yeah, but I think Rahul Gandhi did raise those questions, and even Tejaswi Yadav did. What I am surprised is that when Niti Aayog puts Bihar at the bottom when it comes to growth, when the CSRB, that is the Bihar Criminal Statistics Bureau, when it shows that the crimes in Bihar have increased at 4 times the pace at the national level, and you talk about good governance or Sushasana of Nitish Kumar, I mean, I have to take it with a truckload of salt that people will simply accept this.
So why did you lose the battle of narratives? That's the whole question.
Yeah,
why did you still lose the battle of narratives?
So
that makes it worse.
He was just saying that people asked, why did we vote for Congress in Lok Sabha? Maybe because at that time, Rahul Gandhi was seen as a replacement for Narendra Modi, and that's why they voted for Congress. This time, maybe Tejaswi, who was shown as a face of Mahagatbandhan, was unable to draw that sort of...
So the Tejaswi is the fall guy, Karan? Is Tejaswi the fall guy, or is this a genuine argument?
I mean, this is typical Rahul Gandhi logic, na? I think Shahzad rightly said it. ताउम्र यही गलती करते रहे, धूल चेहरे पे थी, आईना साफ करते रहे. तो 95th, why do you have this bad habit of interrupting? Why interrupt when you are speaking?
Nobody interrupted you. Ashutosh, nobody interrupted you. Nobody interrupted you.
Give him respect also, but he doesn't understand this language. No, 95 losses, Madhav. It's been 11 years of this same sob story being fed. When will they realize that Rahul Gandhi, the Congress party, is a liability? I think Akhilesh Yadav today must wake up before it's too late for him. This party is a liability. In 2020, they caused him. They won 16 seats out of the 70. Today, they are in single digits. From 18, they've gone to 4 seats.
5, yeah.
And they've made sure that Tejaswi also stands emasculated in the corner. Because when Rahul Gandhi took the lead 2 months back, and then he disappeared in thin air. Then he came back and he dived into that pond. So it is their fortunes which have taken that dive, and they are not able to smell the coffee. BJP, Shahzad, I believe, would lap it up. He would want them to continue with this vote chori narrative. Nothing can be better than Rahul Gandhi leading with the vote chori narrative for many, many more elections.
At this point of time, it may be easy to say that Rahul Gandhi is the one who dragged Tejaswi down, and by the numbers, that is what it is looking like. The Congress down to single digits. But the fact is that even the RJD hasn't performed come to think of it, it was the single largest party last time. They are down what? They are down some 45 votes right now. So Tejaswi has downed himself as well.
And Tejaswi himself is losing badly. In fact, the lead is becoming bigger for Satish Yadav.
Okay.
And the point here is that, Shreya, is opinion poll after opinion poll was showing that vote chori was not an issue. But they don't look at it. When you release an opinion poll which shows that BJP is probably going behind, probably we see a lot of action. We see them getting into deploying people. So in the last opinion poll, when we said in Bhojpur, BJP is not doing as well as it was doing, so what is the feedback we received? Immediately Pawan Singh was deployed and he was there campaigning in Bhojpur and Magad. And that's a turnaround. So years on the ground.
Here's the number. In fact, just because you mentioned Raghupo, just want to show our viewers, this is the Election Commission website. And in fact, these are slower updated numbers. But this is the difference between Satish Kumar of the BJP and Tejaswi Yadav of the RJD. 4,829 votes after 11 rounds of counting, a total of 30 rounds that are there. But this is quite a margin, because initially, while Satish Kumar had taken the lead, it was Tejaswi who had taken a lead of about 1,000, 2,000. Now it's again flipped once again.
Satish Yadav had defeated Rabri Devi in 2010.
Correct. So this could very well end up being the story of this election as well.
But I've written something which I will show it to you. In August, I had written, my intuition says...
Give me a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. It's virtually the same script that we see being repeated after every election. If the opposition wins, then it's fine. But if it loses, then it is vote chori, election chori, or match fixing, fake voters, etc. Remember, during the campaign, not one but several Congress netas from Bihar raised some allegations. There were allegations of cash for tickets. Congress netas from the ground held protests, but all fell on deaf ears. Now, while the top guns of the Congress say this is vote chori as claimed by Rahul Gandhi, but one of his own netas on the ground in Bihar is saying that this is a result of poor selection of candidates and weakness in the grand old party. Will the High Command listen? We don't know that. But let's quickly listen into Nikhil Kumar of the Congress party.
संगठन की कमजोरी है, संगठन पर हम निर्भर करते हैं। अगर संगठन कमजोर हो और काम नहीं कर सकता है, तब तो ये होना लाजमी है, तो होगा ही। तो हमारे संगठन की कमजोरी है। हमारे कैंडिडेट जो हैं सब बड़े अच्छे हैं। हाँ, ये और बात है कि कैंडिडेट के सिलेक्शन में शायद हम और भी अच्छे कैंडिडेट चुन सकते थे। चुनाव को कैसे लड़ा जाए उसके बारे में सख्ती से काम करना, होशियारी से काम करना, इसमें तो टोटल फेलियर है।
There you go.
There's another Nikhil. Both the Nikhils are in denial mode today. That's what it looks like. Candidate बहुत अच्छे हैं, संगठन की प्रॉब्लम है, लीडरशिप की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही।
No, see, since my friends from the BJP love to blame it all on Rahul Gandhi and the Congress, I'll not try to put out any defense for that. Let's just look at the numbers.
You're down to single digits from 19.
Our Congress did not fight a good election. You want me to say that? I'll say that.
Great.
All right. Now, very well, yaar. I've already said what you wanted me to say. Now let's get
and
on to the
Chori has flopped. The H-bomb has exploded on Rahul Gandhi's face.
All right. What were the discussions that we were having for the past 3 weeks? That RJD is supposedly not buying into the vote Chori narrative of the Congress, and the RJD is talking about different issues and real issues. What issues was Tejaswi Yadav raising in the past 3 weeks of the elections? He was raising issues of employment, lack of jobs, law and order, and all the issues that the opinion polls and all the surveys were showing are the issues that are hitting with the voters, right? Every single opinion poll, every single reportage, every single journalist, nobody ever said Tejaswi Yadav could be trailing in his seat. Nobody ever said that the RJD could be going down. Now, the RJD had the same vote share in the previous election as they did in this election. The RJD contested the same number of seats.
Okay.
Hold on. No. Madhav, just 10 seconds. I have to leave. Madhav, 10 seconds.
Commercial break to take. We'll come back. We'll come back to this debate. I want Abhinav Tiwari to respond to you as well. Please wait 1 minute. We have to slip into a quick break. We'll be back. Shreya, we will be back on the other side. Stay tuned.